Well, it was an emotional school board meeting last night in Ocean County, New Jersey. It was the first meeting since 14-year-old Adriana Kutch took her own life 2 days after a video of her being attacked in school circulated on social media. Students, parents, and community leaders criticized the school's handling of bullying claims, saying that Adriana had made numerous reports. Some students even gave their own accounts of how they had been bullied at the school. So joining me now to talk a little bit more about this is Dr. Catherine Klauser. She is the Vice President of the New Jersey chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics. Thank you so much for joining us. You know, there's been a lot of media coverage of this story, but also this comes at this as the CDC released a study just earlier this week talking about teenage girls in this country and their mental health, their exposure to more violence, their increased risk of suicide, and their increased levels of sadness. Teenage girls are really going through a lot right now.
Yes, absolutely.
Can you just talk to us a little bit about the pressures that young people are under, and specifically the additional role that social media plays? Because, you know, in the case of this young girl, this video was uploaded, and then even when the video was taken down, screenshots were uploaded, and it was just, I can imagine, very difficult to escape perhaps one of the worst moments of her life.
Yes, thank you for having me. You know, social media has goods and bads. One protective factor against suicidality and depression is actually a sense of community. And in a lot of ways, social media provides that, right? You're able to connect with people outside of yourself and really kind of find people of the same interests. But the problem is that many people are only posting kind of what we call the highlight reel of their life, right? So everyone is comparing their sadness to the perfect thing that they're perceiving of everybody else. And I think it's a big challenge for parents. And, you know, we remember as adults, when we were kids, you went home. You didn't have to see in live time that you weren't invited to the sleepover. You didn't have to see in live time that people were continuing to be able to bully you even after school. You went home, your mom didn't answer the phone, and that was the end of it. And so it's a big challenge and a lot of pressure for kids.
I mean, I think everyone can understand that. You know, there's many times I've gone on social media and I thought, is everyone on vacation? Am I the only one working? Because it certainly seems like that. But social media and teenage girls and their exposure to social media, that has been sort of established, and that's been going on for a while. This sort of these high levels of sadness and depression and anxiety, it's really concerning to me. What are some of the other factors driving this trend?
It's interesting because, you know, the highest point of depression was actually in 2018. And in 2019 and 2020, we actually saw a decrease in the rate of suicidality among teenagers. And then again in 2021, something happened where we had an increase after years of decrease. And I think there are a few factors. Social media is definitely one of them. I think there's also an aspect of, you know, decrease in coping skills where we're not teaching kids that it's okay sometimes to be sad, that it's fine to kind of express these emotions and to have them, and that you don't always have to be, as we were talking about, kind of that highlight reel. There's also a little bit of increased feeling, you know, with the lockdowns, with change in how we're experiencing social just interactions, that also probably impacted what we're doing. With increase in, you know, substance use, that also can impact suicidality and depression. And I think that all these factors kind of coming together are really changing how kids are experiencing the world.
Okay, so really quickly, I think, and you can tell me if you agree, that another factor is just, you know, sometimes it's difficult to identify when a teenager in particular is depressed. Because as we know, teenagers can be moody. They can draw in. Sometimes they don't want to talk to their parents. So what are some of the signs, and maybe less obvious signs, that, you know, adults, friends should be looking out for?
You're 100% right. You know, is it just normal teenage behavior, or is it something else? And I think one big thing is don't dismiss what your children are saying. If they're saying they hate their life, it's not always just being a teen, right? It's not always feeling that way, and kind of what are the patterns. The other big thing that can be kind of subtle is, are they having a change? Are their grades dropping? Is that soccer star who used to love going to practice, is she all of a sudden saying, I don't really want to go? It's not that she's not going, but maybe less excited. Is your teen who used to love the math club, is he not wanting to do his math anymore? Those are kind of some subtle signs. Increase in sleep is also another one, and then an increase in irritability. Now, again, that's a hard sign to kind of be recognizing in like that, teen years where there's irritability all over. But some of those changes in interest and changes in behavior are a big part of it. I think also if there's a change in friendship, that's a huge sign, right? Was she best friends with Kelly last week and this week she doesn't like Kelly? That's a sign that maybe this could be something that is changing. And I think just getting to know your children's interests and their friends is super important.
Doctor, that's all really great advice. Dr. Catherine Clouser, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So listen, if you or someone you know needs mental health support, contact the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline by calling or texting 988.